So far, we discussed from the chapter for perfect competition, competition. So, perfect competition, the market condition, we know that here some particular market systems are existing, market conditions are existing. So, we are analyzing the entire things in this chapter related with that market condition called the perfect competition, competition. Okay, so we want to understand the different curves and how these curves are formed and what is the relationship between these curves and price and quantity produced by the firms, there. So what is the basic idea of this chapter? All the firms are free to enter and exit from the market related with this perfect competition, and one more thing you want to keep it in your mind is almost all the firms are trying to maximize their profit. So we know that there are two techniques are there to improve the profit for the firms. One is reduce the cost of production by using modern technologies, reducing the cost of production. So if the firms are ready or they are able to reduce the cost of production, definitely we can say that they are able to sell the product for more in numbers and they can they can make more profit. Second condition is what? So selling the product less than the market price to sell more numbers of the product in the market. But we are unable to say that it is that preferable to create profit for a long run production. Either possible or not? No companies will do that, right or not? No one will do that. Okay, selling the product less than the market price existing there. Okay, so it will make or create a burden for the company, Like the number of companies, they shut down, they closed because they are unable to achieve this profit or the minimum profit. So almost all the companies will try to increase the profit or at least achieve the minimum profit. Okay, to secure their business. Okay, so that are the basic ideas what we want to keep in our mind. Next one. We are moving forward to discuss about the different curves. Basically, now we are discussing about the supply curve of a firm. So you noticed here. What is that? So supply curve is the part of the SMC, right? So firms supply curve is the part of the short-run marginal cost. You can see here figure number 4.8. What is depicting here? Okay, so this is the SMC, short-run marginal cost curve. Okay, clear or not? Okay, so short-run marginal cost curve is here, and this is basically termed as the supply curve 2, right? So almost the short-run marginal curve or cost. Okay, short-run marginal cost curve is here, and the supply curve is the part of the SMC. So as we discussed earlier, no firm will produce the product in P2 here. Okay, P2 lane. Why it is so? So P2 is lesser than the AVC, right? Lesser than the AVC. So price is lesser than average variable cost. So we know that here is a point here that SMC intersect with the AVC. Okay, this is the last minimum point we can find here. So AVC is a AVC touch the SMC here. Price 1 connected with the price 1 line. You can see here. So minimum point is the minimum point of AVC. Later than we can see that it is increasing. It is moving upward. Right. So this is the minimum point where the firm can make a profit. Okay, make a profit. Okay, so keep that in your mind. Okay, so we are going to explain that in a detail. Okay, so first of all, we discuss about a short-run supply curve of the firm. Here. Okay, this is the supply curve of the firms in the short run. Okay, they don't want to create a loss there. So that it will be, the price will be always higher than the AVC. Then only the firms will produce. Okay, you can see here, AVC line is here, the price line is here. So price is greater than AVC. Okay, and minimal point, the SMC, short run marginal cost is intersect with the AVC line here. Okay, Okay, so here you can see this is a minimal point here. So always the firms are ready to produce in this condition, in this condition. P1 condition, but P2, they know firms are ready to produce in the condition P2. I mean, price P2 with the Q1 quantity, with the Q1 quantity. We know that because AVC is higher than the price line. Okay, AVC is higher than the price line and no connection with SMC and SAC. Okay, so it is a loss for the firm. So firm will quit. Okay, quit from production. They will not produce. They will produce zero quantity, or else we can say the firm will produce a zero quantity for P2. Here it is. Okay, so the supply curve will start from here. This is the supply curve for V people. It's a part of the short run marginal cost, short run marginal cost. Okay, next we are discussing about the long run supply curve for the firm. Long run supply curve, long run supply curve. So here, what is the difference here? So SAC and AVC you are able to find in a short run production. Here coming to long run, LRMC and LRAC. What is the full form of LRMC? Full form of LRMC, anyone?
Long run marginal cost.
Long run marginal cost, long run marginal cost, long run marginal cost. Okay, and LRAC, long run average cost, long run average cost. Okay. So you know that the connection between the average cost and the marginal cost, average cost and the marginal cost. Keep that in your mind. Okay. So that's the difference between LRMC and LRAC, long run marginal cost and long run average cost. Average cost. Okay. So just observe the figure here. Observe the figure here. So almost the same like a short run production. Here there is no AVC. Instead of AVC, we are using a LRAC curve. LRAC curve. Long run average cost curve, AC curve, long run average cost curve. So price one is higher than the LRAC, right? Right? Okay, price one is higher than the LRAC. So it's a profitable condition for the firm. It's a profitable condition for the firm. Okay, right? The firm can make profit. Okay, by selling the Q1 quantity at price P1. At price P1, the firm is able to create profit because LRAC, long run average cost of production is less than the price. Average cost of production for average cost of production is less than the price for the commodity in the market. So we can say that it is profitable for the firm. It is profitable for the firm. Okay, and so we are able to understand the supply curve here. Okay, but for the P2 price 2, the producer is unable to produce. Okay, or the producer will quit from the market, or he or she will produce a zero output. Why? LRIC is higher than the price, right? Too high here, right? So this is the P2 here, P2 line is here, Q1 quantity is here. So you can see here LRAC is higher than, this is the point here, higher than the price line, higher than the price line. So it is not profitable. This is not selling the goods for a P2 product, P2 price, or producing the product for Q1 quantity. I mean, producing the product, the Q1 quantity for price 2, it is not profitable. So supply line will come from here. Okay. Up to that only profitable. More than that, it is not profitable. Okay, so here it is. Let us turn to figure number 4.9 and derive the firm's long run supply curve. As it is the short run case, we split the derivation into two parts. We first determine the firm's profit maximizing output level. Okay, profit maximizing output level, we find that first. Next, we are going to find out the supply curve of the firm. Okay, so here we first determine the firm's profit maximizing output level when the market price is greater than the or equal to, market price is greater than or equal to the minimum average cost. Okay, the long run average cost, This is done. We determine the firm's profit maximizing output level when the market price is less than the minimum in the long run average cost. Okay, next, first of all, we want to find out the point where profit is maximizing by the firm. Next, we determine the firm's profit maximizing output level when the market price is less than the minimum AC. Okay, so it's a condition in a long run production. What is the condition here? You want to find out the profit maximizing output level when the market price is less than the minimum. less than the minimum average cost. So in the long run production, firms sometimes will produce the product, okay, if the price is less than the minimum AC. Clear or not? Price is less than the minimum AC. Okay, clear. Sometimes they will produce. So what are the conditions here? What are the conditions here? First of all, price greater than or equal to the minimum LRC. Price is greater than or equal to minimum LRAC, long run average cost, long run average cost. Okay, so this is the Q1 quantity. So this is what our baseline. Okay, related with this only we are going to discuss this. Okay, suppose the market price is P1. Just imagine the market price is a P1. This line, market line is a P1 with LRMC on the rising part of the LRMC curve. Okay, so P1 LRMC curve is on the rising part. Rising part, right? Rising part, right? Yes. So Q1 quantity is touching here. That is the LRMC is a rising part only, not the decreasing part, but a rising part, Okay. With LRMC on the rising part of the LRMC curve, we obtain output level Q1. Okay. So this is the point here, and we obtain the Q1 quantity here. Q1 quantity. Okay, we are producing Q1 quantity. Okay. Next one. Note also that LRAC at Q1 does not exceed the market price. See, LRAC at Q1, that is here, this point. Okay, it is less than the market price only, right? Right or not? Right or not? Yes. So this quantity will touch the LRMC is a rising part. The same time, LRAC is less than the market price P1. Market price P1. Okay. So this condition is profitable or not? Tell me, this condition is profitable or not? Price is higher than LRAC, so it is profitable, right? Yes or no? Tell me, P1 is
Yes,
profitable.
sir.
Yeah, of course, because LRAC is lesser than the price line. Okay, long run average cost is lesser than the price, So definitely we can say that it is profitable for the firm, Okay, so we obtain output level Q1. Note also that LRAC is at Q1 does not exceed the market price P1. Thus, all the three conditions highlighted in the section 3 already we studied to satisfy at Q1, so to maximize the profit. Hence, when the market price is P1, the firm supplies in the long run become an output equal to Q1. So, if the price is P, firm always will produce a Q1 quantity and supply Q1 quantity to the market to maximize the profit because it is higher than the LRAC and it touches the rising part of LRMC, touching the rising part of the LRMC. Clear or not? Okay, so that's it. Next one, case 2. Price is less than the minimum LRC. Price is less than the minimum LRAC. So minimum LRAC, you can see here. These two lines are intersecting here. This point. Okay, minimum is the minimum point here. Okay, so these two lines are intersecting here. Okay, so that is the minimum. So suppose the market price is P2. This is the line for here. P2 for us. P2. Okay, which is less than the minimum LRC. So this is the minimum LRC, and this P2 price is less than the minimum LRC. Less than. This is the line here. This is the LRAC line here. Okay, then tell me, either profitable. Is that profitable? Not that profitable for the firm, right? Not at all. Because price is less than LRAC. So we're discussing here. We have argued condition 3 in section 3 already we discussed that if a profit maximizing firm produces a positive output in the long run, the market price P2 must be greater than or equal to LRAC at the output level. We studied that already. But notice from figure 4.9 that for all positive output level, LRAC strictly exceeds P2. Okay, so see here, we already studied that LRAC should not higher than the price level or should be equal to LRAC. Clear or not? Then only it is profitable. But whatever may be the output here, you can see if it is right side or left side, the LRC is higher than P2, higher than the P2 rate. Whatever may be the quantity, it is a quantity that we are going to produce. LRAC is higher. LRAC is higher because the price range is too low. Okay, too low over here. Okay, so just keep that in your mind. Okay, LRA is strictly exists P2. In other words, it cannot be the case that the firm supplies a positive output. So, firm is not ready to create or produce the products. Okay, so when the market price is P2, the firm produces a zero output. Okay, so for market price P2, firm is not ready to produce the output because the firm know that, or the industry know that, or the company know that the production is not profitable. So they will produce a zero quantity, means no quantity. Okay, clear or not? They will not produce anything. So comparing cases 1 and 2, we reach an important conclusion. What is the conclusion here? A firm's long-run supply curve with the rising part of LRMC. So rising part of LRMC. So here, come here. So this is the LRMC curve. So it is an output. It is this line. LRMC is curves rising part. Rising part. So come here. Rising part of the LRMC. Okay, so both this LRAC and LRMC touch here. That is the minimum point here. You can see this is the point in this slide. This graph, this is the point. From here, this is the supply curve. This is the supply curve, right? LRMC. Okay, so that is the profitable one for the firm, or else they will not produce. They will not produce. Okay, clear? Clear? Any doubts? Okay, again want to read it and understand that, analyze that properly. Okay, so a firm long run supply curve is the rising part of the LRMC, long run margin curve from and above the minimum LRAC. From and above the minimum LRAC. Okay, it is starting from here. So coming to this one, starting from the minimum point. Okay, this is the minimum point of LRAC. From and above, that is the supply line. From and above the LRAC. Okay, that's what the supply curve here. Okay. Okay, the minimum LRAC together with the zero output for all prices less than the minimum LRAC. Okay, so in P2, the producer is not willing, or they are not ready to produce because they know that they will face the problem of loss. Okay, so two conditions we discussed here. One is production or a supply curve in the short run. Okay, and the supply curve in the long run. In the short run case, we know that supply curve is the part of short run marginal cost. Coming to the long run, supply curve is the part of long run marginal cost. Clear or not? Clear. Okay, fine. So again, want to understand that properly, read that area properly. So applications are there for the next year also. Okay, so keep that in your mind. Next point for you people, it is the shutdown point. What do you mean shutdown? Huh? When you come to know that this business is not profitable, okay, we are unable to take the production no longer. Okay, no longer we are able to produce the product, because if you produce, it will create a problem for the firm. That time, what we will do? We will stop production. Right? Yes or no? Cost of the production is too high. Okay. For example, we want to spend 20 rupees to create a tea or make a tea. 20 rupees to make a tea. Clear or not? If you want to purchase the ingredients, okay, prepare that tea, we want to spend 20 rupees. But the market price for the tea is 10 rupees. Clear or not? Market price for the tea is 10 rupees. Okay. So is that profitable to produce the tea and sell the tea in the market price? For the market price? Impossible, right? We want to spend 20 rupees and we are able to sell only for 10 rupees. Means how is that? Is that profitable? Not at all, not profitable. So firms will close. Okay, they will stop production. They came to know that there is no other opportunity. There is no other way to create profit. Okay. Then sometimes some firms will find out a new technology to create. Clear or not? So basically, we know that in some time the Urad price will increase, right? You know, So different hoteliers will use different techniques there. Okay, to improve the improve the profits. Okay, so speaking. Different producers will use different techniques to maximize the profit. So we know that the price of onion increased today. Clear. So in the market price of onion is nearly 70-80 rupees. So if you are going to hotels, we are able to find that onion is maybe almost excluded from different dishes. Different dishes there. If it is 10 rupees, freely they will provide this kind of different type of salads there. Okay, but now it is not. It is rare. Okay, because the price increased. The price increased. So they have to create profit, right? So they will exclude some parts. I mean, they will exclude are trying to minimize the cost of production, so they can survive. But in perfect competition, we are not discussing like that, right? All are facing the same problem. All firms are facing the same problem. So it's going to be the shutdown point. Okay, so we are going to discuss about the shutdown point here. What is that? Previously, while deriving the supply curve, we have discussed that in the short run, the firm continues to produce as long as the price remains greater than or equal to the minimum AVC. Clear? Price is equal to average variable cost or price is greater than average variable cost. Firms are ready to producing short-term production, right? Yes or no? Because price is equal to AVC, no loss for the firm. Okay. They have an idea in their mind that in the long run they can improve the profit. Okay, and price is great. And AVC means all firms are happy to produce because they are able to make a profit from that. Okay, so they will not stop production; they will continue the production. Therefore, along the supply curve, as we move down, the last price output combination at which the firm produces positive output is the point of minimum AVC, where the SMC curve cut the AVC curve. Below this, there will be no production. This point is called the short run shutdown point of the firm. In long run, however, the shutdown point is the minimum LRAC curve. Okay, come back to the curves here. Elvina, unable to understand, right? Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So come here. What we discuss here? So is this line here. So this is the minimum point there, right? Minimum profit. Okay, minimum profit. Okay, so less than this, no firms are ready to produce the products. Okay, so this is basically termed as the shutdown point also. If production is, price is P1 is here. Okay, AVC line is here, SMC line is here. So SMC and AVC is intersecting here. So this is the shutdown point here. Clear? This is the minimum profit making one. Less than that, no one is ready to produce. Coming to long run, this one is here. LRMC and LR is intersecting here, right? So less than this, no one is ready to produce. Okay, can't make a profit. Less than that price. Clear or not? Okay, so keep that idea in your mind. So that is going to be the shutdown point for the firm. Let me read that one more time. We derive in the supply curve. We have discussed that in the short run, the firm continues to produce as long as the price remains greater than or equal to the minimum AVC. Is that idea clear? Okay. Therefore, along the supply curve, as we move down, the last price output combination at which the firm produces positive output is the point of minimum AVC, average variable cost, where the SMC curves, short-term marginal curves, cut the AVC curve. Below this, there will be no production. That is the minimum price needed for the firm to sell the product in the market. There we are able to find that price is always equal to AVC, average variable cost. Less than that, it is not profitable. Price will reduce. The company or the firm is not ready to produce the product. Clear? Anila Mohanan, is that idea clear? Number of students, your videos are off. I don't know why it is so. Okay, if you are facing serious network issues, okay, fine, I can adjust that. Or else please turn on your cameras. Okay, hope these things are clear for you. So the basic idea, what is the basic idea? No firm is ready to produce the product less than the, or the price of the commodity is less than the AVC. average variable cost in short run, and LRAC, long run average cost in long run production. In long run production, clear? Clear. A minimum profit they have to acquire. Okay. Which is almost equal to the AVC or LRMC in the long run they will produce, or else they will stop production. They will stop production, right? Right? Right or not? Femina, clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Sir.
yeah. Okay. Pavitra, are you there, Pavitra? Is that ideas clear? Is these ideas are clear, Pavitra?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. So next topic for you people, the normal profit and break even point. So we discuss about the shutdown point. Okay, where SMC curve intersect with the AVC curve, that is called to be the shutdown point in the short run, and LRMC curve intersect with the LRAC curve in the long run production, that is called to be the shutdown point. Shutdown point. Less than that, no firms will produce the product. Okay. Coming to 4.4.4, the normal profit and break-even point. The normal profit and break-even point. Okay, the screen is visible properly. Are you able to read the screen?
Yes, sir.
Always keep your textbook along with you. Okay, keep your textbook with you. If any doubts are there, just check from the textbook, or else you can observe the screen also. No problem. Okay, here the minimum level of profit that is needed to keep a firm to existing business as defined as a normal profit. One mark answer for you people. What is that? The minimum level of profit. A minimum profit we need, right? If you want to produce the products in the market, okay, and sell that in the market, we are expecting a normal profit, a minimum profit we need, or else we will not ready to participate in the production and selling of commodities in the market. A minimum profit, that's called to be normal profit. Normal profit. The minimum level of profit that is needed to keep a firm in the existing business is defined as normal profit. Normal profit. Okay. Next condition, a firm that does not make normal profit is not going to continue in business. Okay, so a firm that producing the product but unable to make a normal profit, the firm will not, or they will not continue the business. Clear? Clear or not? So we spend 20 rupees to produce a tea, and you sold that for 20 rupees means what is that? Equal. Equal. Okay. There is no benefit, right or not? There is no benefit. Clear? Clear? Understand? So we not included the profit for the organizer. Okay. So there is no profit for the organizer. So he spent all 20 rupees except the organizer. Okay. Clear? All other factors of production, he spent 20 rupees and he sold that for 20 rupees. There is no benefit for the organizer, right, or the firm. So no need of production. Okay. So if it is 25 rupees, we can say that it is a profitable one. Profitable one. It's 5 rupees is the profit for the organizer. Clear? Clear? Okay, so always the organizers will observe the market price want to give some profit for them. Okay, then only they will start production or will continue production, or else they will not. Okay, so normal profit are there for a part of firm's total cost. Okay, what I told now? So 20 is equal to 20. Okay, if it is including the profit for the organizer, okay, so we can say it is a 20 is equal to 20 means okay, it's a minimum profit. Clear or not? Clear. So market price is 20. The producer purchased the things to produce the tea for 18 rupees, and 2 rupees is added along with the price of the commodity, or cost of the products, or cost of the product. Okay, is equal to 20. That's the price of the commodity in the market means no problem. Okay, 2 rupees is there. So nominal profit for the producer. Nominal profit for the, or normal profit for the producer. Nominal only, and it is a normal too. Okay, nominal means for the namesake, right or not? Nominal, namesake. Okay, And it is the normal one, normally that he want to get, or else he's not ready to continue the business. Okay, so normal profit are therefore a part of the firm's total cost. It may be useful to think of them as an opportunity cost for entrepreneurship. So normal cost is always equal to, normal profit is always equal to opportunity cost. What is that? It may be useful to think of them as an opportunity cost for the entrepreneurship. Opportunity cost for the entrepreneurship. Okay. So I want to discuss what is this opportunity cost. Opportunity cost. Okay. We'll come here. Okay. Underline this area. Profit that a firm earns over and above the normal profit is called the supernormal profit. Supernormal profit. Okay. So normal profit means we know that the minimum level of profit is the normal profit. Normal profit. Okay. So profit that a firm earns over the normal profit is called to be supernormal profit. Supernormal profit. Okay. So spend 20 rupees to produce and sold that for 100 rupees means what is that? What is that? Super profit, right or not? Super profit for the firm. Clear? I mean, super normal profit. Super normal profit. Profit that a firm earns over and above the normal profit is called a super normal profit. Super normal profit. In this long run, a firm does not produce if it earns anything less than the normal profit. So keep that in your mind. In the long run production, a firm does not produce if it earns anything less than the normal profit, anything less than the normal profit. Okay, so organizer's profit is less than the normal profit, or the firm's profit is less than the normal profit that existing in the market. In the long run, firms will not produce. They will not produce, or the production will be zero. Production will be zero. Clear? Clear. So all the firms are expecting a normal profit after producing the product. Producing the product. Okay. If they come to know that there is no chance to get that normal profit, they will not produce. The production will remain as zero. Production will remain as a zero. Okay. Clear. So remember one thing. We are repeating the things what we learned. Clear. So different situations here, we have different situations, but the basic idea is not changing. Basic idea is changing here. Not at all, not changing. The same basic idea only we are discussing. Okay, but in different situations, situations. Okay, the basic idea is not changing, but we are understanding different situations here. Different situations. One is related with the demand, other is related with the supply, other is related with the profit of the producer. Okay, like that. Various conditions. Okay. In the long run, a firm does not produce if it earns anything less than the normal profit. But in the short run, it may produce even if the profit is less than this level. So the question is there for us. Okay, why it is so? Why it is so? In the short run, my firms will produce the product if the value or the profit is less than the normal profit. Why it is so? We know that in the short run, only one input is changing, right? But in the long run, all the inputs are changing. So hope is there for the producers. Okay, in the long run, he can increase the profit. Okay, so he will adjust with that sometime. Okay, the point on the supply curve at which the firm earns only normal profit is called a break-even point. Underline that. Underline that. The point on the supply curve at which a firm earns only normal profit is called the break-even point of the firm. Okay. How can we define that? How can we find out that? The point is minimum average cost at which the supply curve cut the LREC. Supply curve cut the LREC. The point of minimum average cost. Okay. At which the supply curve cut the LRAC. Supply curve cut the LRAC. So we got here. Okay. Shutdown point, right? Shutdown point, right? That is the minimum profit. Less than that, no firms will produce the product. Okay. So in short run, it is a SAC curve. is there for the break even point of a firm, break even point of a firm. Okay, just read all those things one more time.
So, sir, shutdown point and break-even point is the same point.
Class 11, please leave the meeting.